Hello everyone. Welcome to the virtual class of operating costing. At present, we are discussing problems related to hotel costing. In previous sessions, I have discussed numbers of questions with all technical aspects. But today, I would like to discuss one more exhaustive question in which all technical aspects are covered with detailed calculations. And this question was asked by our university in March-April 2016 examination. Let us refer the question first. This is information related to Hotel Capital of Rajkot. This hotel has three different types of rooms: single bed, double bed, and three bed. In this question, it is clearly mentioned by the examiner that we need to calculate the rent to be charged for each type of room on the basis of given information. The examiner has provided all the informations in detail. The first information is related to number of rooms. There are 100 rooms available for single bed, 40 rooms for double or two beds, and 30 rooms for three beds. In information number 2, occupancy rates are given. In this question, occupancy rates are given based on category of the room, single, double, and three, and even the season, summer and winter. So we need to calculate our room days with utmost care, because for all three categories of room we have different rates for summer and winter. Number 3 is all about information of expenditure. Staff salaries rupees 6 lakhs given to us in ready-made form. Room attendants wages when rooms are occupied. Again, room attendants salary is given separately for all three categories of room and both seasons. So in this question, calculation of room attendant's salary is also important. Lighting and power when occupied both for summer and winter. It is given separately for all three categories of room. The cost of lighting and cost of power are given to us separately, but we can make it total at the time of calculation. Repairing expenses 1 lakh, expenses for linen, bed sheet, etc. 45,000, interior decoration 40,000, other expenses 40,880. Depreciation, we have three different assets. Building cost is 28 lakhs, the rate of depreciation is 5%. Furniture cost is rupees 2 lakhs, the rate of depreciation is 10%. And air conditioner costing rupees 4 lakhs, the rate of depreciation is 10%. In information number 4, it is mentioned that the period of summer is assumed as 7 months. So naturally, the winter is of 5 months. 7 months for summer, 5 months for winter. So total 12 months. A month may be taken as of 30 days. We need to consider 30 days in a month. Profit including interest on at 25% on cost. We need to charge profit at the rate of 25% on cost price. These 25% on cost price is including amount of interest on investment. So we need not to calculate amount of interest separately because the interest is included in the amount of profit. Sixth and last, but most important, this is related to mechanism of the rate of the room. The rent of 2-room suite is to be fixed as 1.5 times the single rate, and that of 3-room suite as twice the single room. This information means number 6 provides us information related to relationship of the room rent between single room to double room and 3-room. In this question, weightage of the room rent is not given to us in a ready-made form. Instead of ready-made weightage, this statement is given. So using this statement, we need to solve the problem of determination of the room rent. And as it is mentioned in the first paragraph of the question, our main answer is to calculate rent per room per day for single room, double room and 3-room suites. Let us move to the first part of our solution. The first part of our solution is all about room days. Number of rooms multiplied by number of days multiplied by occupancy rate. But in this equation, we need to calculate room days with utmost care. We have two different seasons, summer and winter. In summer, we have categories of the room, single, 100 room. The period of summer is 7 months multiplied by 30 days. And as per the information, during summer, occupancy rate of a single room is 90%. So room days are 18,900. During summer, for a double room, occupancy rate is 80%. Period remains same, 7 months of 30 days each, and number of rooms are given in the question as 40. So number of room days during summer for a double room, 6,720. During summer for 3-room, we have 30 number of rooms. Period remains same for summer, 7 months. Occupancy rate is 60%. So number of room days for 3-room in summer, 3,780. Now same way calculate for winter. As per the information, we need to consider summer for 7 months. So automatically the period of winter is of 5 months. Now same as summer, calculate room days for single room, double room and 3-room. Single room, number of rooms are 100, 5 months of 30 days each, and occupancy rate of single room during winter is 50% as given in the question. So 7,500 room days are there. For a double room in winter, we have occupancy rate of only 20%. Rooms are 40 and period is of 5 months. So in this way, we can calculate 1,200 room days for double room during winter. And 3 room. We have 30 rooms dedicated to 3 room suites. The period is of 5 months for 30 days each. And the occupancy rate is 20%. So number of room days are 900. In this way, we need to calculate for single, double and 3 room suites in summer and winter separately. So total room days are 39,000. I hope everybody is clear with this calculation. Even at the time of calculation of short questions in the very first lecture of hotel costing, I have discussed these kind of questions with extensive informations. Let us move to the second and important part of our answer. It is all about calculation of room attendant's salary. As we all know, room attendant is a person who is serving the guest available in the room. The salary of room attendant is available to us in this question based on rooms and based on seasons. Means 6 different rates are given for the calculation of room attendant's salary. So first of all, just recall the formula. Number of rooms multiplied by number of days multiplied by occupancy rate multiplied by amount of salary. Now, multiplication of these 3 factors known as room days. So amount of salary is multiplied with room days in order to calculate room attendant's salary. Here we need to calculate room attendant's salary separately for summer and winter and all 3 categories of the room. Summer, single room, 18,900 room days multiplied by rupees 4. Rupees 4 is ready-made given to us in our question. 75,600. In summer, for a double room, 6,720 room days multiplied by rate is rupees 6 given in the question. 40,320. In summer, for 3 room suites, 3,780 room days multiplied by rupees 8, 30,240. So in this way, we have completed our calculation for the period of summer for single room, double room and 3 rooms. Winter, single room, 7,500 room days multiplied by rupees 6. So total 45,000. In winter, for double room, we have 1,200 room days and the rate is rupees 9. So amount paid to the room attendant working in a double room during winter is rupees 10,800. In winter, we have paid rupees 12 per room per day when rooms are occupied to the room attendant. So we have 900 room days for 3-room suites in winter multiplied by rupees 12. So total amount paid to the room attendant serving in triple room suites in winter is rupees 10,800. So total salary of room attendants is rupees 2,12,760. I hope all of you are clear with these extended calculations of room attendant's salary. In earlier questions, room attendant's salary was given as single figure or double figure based on the season. But in this question, the room attendant's salary is affected by the season called summer and winter, and it is also affected by the category of the room, visually single room, double room and 3-room suites. So in this way, we need to prepare a separate table to calculate total amount paid to room attendant, and the amount is 2,12,760. Let us move to the next and important part of our answer, and it is all about lighting, heating and power, or you can say lighting and power. For the purpose of lighting and power, in this question we need to prepare a separate table. As we all know, the formula of calculation of lighting and power, number of rooms multiplied by number of months multiplied by occupancy rate multiplied by rate per month. This formula is developed on the common logic given in the factors of the statement. So let us prepare a table because we have separate rates for summer and winter and even for single, double and 3-room suites. So prepare a table. Season number 1, type of the room column number 2, number of rooms in column number 3, number of months in column number 4, occupancy rate of the concerned category of room number 5, lighting per month number 6. This number 6 is given in the question for single, double and 3-room suites. Power per month, it is also given in the question, and total cost of lighting and power number 8. For your reference, I have written in the bracket this information. Number 8 is coming with the total of items available in number 6 and number 7. And cost is based on the factors mentioned in the formula. So first is number of rooms. Number of rooms mentioned over here in number 3. So number 3. Number of months. Number of months mentioned in the statement in 4th column. So number 4. Occupancy rate. Occupancy rate is mentioned in 5th column as number 5. So number 5. And rate per month. Rate per month for lighting and power both. So total of lighting and power is mentioned over here in number 8. So number 8. It means calculation of cost is based on multiplication of the items given in 3-number column, 4-number column, 5-number column and 8-number column. Let us take an example with practical. Season, summer, category of the room, single, number of rooms, 100, number of months, 7, occupancy rate, 90, the cost of lighting is 40 and power rupees 20. So total cost of lighting and power 40 plus 20 is equal to 60. So 100 number of rooms multiplied by 7 for number of months multiplied by 90% occupancy rate multiplied by cost of lighting and power 60. So total cost incurred for single room during summer is rupees 37,800. I just want to draw your attention. Here I have completed my calculation for lighting and power in combined form. If you want to calculate cost of lighting separately and cost of power separately, you can do it. In this situation, you need to prepare your table in two different parts. First, calculate everything for lighting and then calculate everything for power. But your ultimate answer remains same. The cost of lighting and power altogether for a single room during summer would be rupees 37,800. If you are clear for these kind of calculation, completion of this table is nothing more than a formality. Summer double room, number of rooms 40, number of months 7, occupancy rate as given in the question 80%, lighting rupees 60, power rupees 30 and total of lighting and power rupees 90. Multiply number of rooms, number of months, occupancy rate and cost of lighting and power. So the figure would be 20,160. Same way, calculate for summer for 3-room suites. The same pattern, just insert the figure in the table and you will get 15,120 rupees as the cost of lighting and power. At the end of the calculation for summer, now enter for winter. Single room, 100 rooms are there. The period of winter is of 5 months. Occupancy rate 50%, lighting 40, power 20, so total cost is 60. Using the same mechanism as we have applied earlier, calculate the cost of lighting and power for single room in winter and the amount is 15,000. Calculate for double, it will be 3,600 and 3-room suites. It is rupees 3,600. In this way, the total cost incurred on lighting and power for this hotel is rupees 95,280. Again, I repeat, you can calculate separate amount for lighting and a separate amount for power. Choice is yours. There is no difference in the final answer because of this combined calculation or separate calculation. I hope everybody is clear and happy with the calculation of total cost of lighting and power. Simply prepare the table because so many varieties are given in this question. Now, in this question, we have 3 different assets. So let us calculate depreciation on all 3 assets. Building, the cost of building is 28 lakhs. The rate of depreciation is 5%. So amount of depreciation chargeable on building is rupees 1,40,000. On furniture costing rupees 2 lakhs, 10% depreciation is chargeable. So the amount of depreciation is 20,000. On air conditioner costing rupees 4 lakhs, we have to charge depreciation at the rate of 10%. So the amount of depreciation on air conditioner is rupees 40,000. Depreciation on building 1,40,000. Depreciation on furniture 20,000 and depreciation on air conditioner 40,000. So total amount of depreciation for these hotel is rupees 2 lakhs. I hope all of you are clear with the calculation of these 2 lakhs. Now simply prepare a statement, and in preparation of statement nothing is new for us. So let us calculate the total cost one by one, particular and amount. As we have finished all our calculations in working, now we are not in need of any kind of internal column. Staff salaries rupees 6 lakhs given to us in ready-made form. Room attendants wages or salaries 2 lakhs 12,760. If you are not clear for this calculation, you can check this working note that we have prepared for the calculation of room attendant's salary. Lighting and power rupees 95,280. For the calculation of lighting and power, you can visit this table, and total of lighting and power is 95,280. Repairing expenses as given to us in our question in ready-made form 1 lakh. Expenses for linen, bedsheet, etc. as given in the question 45,000. Interior decoration without any calculation, directly insert the figure in the statement 40,000. Other expenses 40,880. Depreciation on assets 2 lakhs. As we have completed calculation of depreciation earlier, let us check this calculation. At the end of the calculation, we have derived the figure of rupees 2 lakhs as total depreciation. So total cost of Hotel Capital Rajkot is 13 lakhs 33,920. Let us charge the profit on these total cost. As per the information given in the question, we need to charge a 25% profit on cost. So without wasting much time, as we have figure of total cost over here, 13 lakhs 33,920, 25% of these cost would come to rupees 3 lakhs 33,480. In this way, Hotel Capital Rajkot has collected a total amount of rupees 16 lakhs 67,400 out of operating the services of hotel. With this calculation, we have completed calculation related to total revenue or total income. But this is not the end of our answer. As per the information required in the question, we need to calculate room rent for single, double and 3-room suites. So let us enter into next phase of our calculation. In this equation, we have 3 different categories of room: single, double and 3. In this equation, weightage is not given, but a sentence is given. So the sentence is the rate for double room suite is 1.5 times the single room, and that of 3-room suite as twice the single room suite. It means whatever the rent we will decide for single room, we need to charge 1.5 times for double and 2 times for 3. Let us take an example. If we charge 100 rupees for a single room, we have to charge 150 for a double room and 200 rupees for 3-room. If you charge 1000 rupees for single bed or single room, we need to charge 1500 for a double and 2000 for 3-room suites. Using this statement, let us prepare the weight and assumed rate. So weight is single 1, double 1.5 times, that is 1.5, and 3, double then single, so double then single, that is 2. So we have assumed rate as x for single, 1.5x for double and 2x for 3-room suites. Now calculation of total collection based on our assumed rate x, 1.5x and 2x. For single room, we have total 26,400 room days completed from 2 different calculations. Let us visit the original calculation first. In this calculation, we have completed that for single room during summer 18,900 and a single room during winter 7,500. So total room days for single room 18,900 plus 7,500. So I have inserted total calculations over here, 26,400. Room rent is X. So 26,400 X collection from single room. Double room 7,920 room days. Again, you can visit the calculation. For a double room, 6,720 in summer and 1,200 in winter. So total number of room days for double room category 7,920, and the rent is assumed as 1.5x. So total collection from double room category 11,880 rooms. For 3-room suites, we have 4,680 room days. You can check this calculation again. During the summer, 3,780 room days for 3-room suites, and in winter only 900. So 3,780 plus 900 equals to 4,680. The room rent is fixed at 2x, 4,680 multiplied by 2x. So collection from 3-room suites is rupees 9,360x. So total collection by the hotel out of single, double and 3-room suites is rupees 47,640x. Let us move to the last part of our solution. Total collection actual 16,67,400. You can check this table in order to find out amount of actual gross proceeds. 16,67,400. Total collection based on assumed rate. You can check assumed collection 47,640x. Right from very first question onwards, we are comparing these two. So 16,67,400 equals to 47,640x. In this way, you can calculate value of x. So the value of x is rupees 35. Now, using this x is equal to 35, keep the assumed rate in your mind, x, 1.5x and 2x. You can easily calculate room rent. So the room rent for single room is x, that is 35. Double room 1.5x, that is 35 multiplied by 1.5, 52.5. And for 3-room suites 2x, x is equal to 35 multiplied by 2 equals to rupees 70. So the hotel has to charge rupees 35 per room per day for single bed suite, 52.5 for double bed suite, and rupees 70 for 3-bed suites. I hope everybody is clear with solution of this problem. This is one of the most important problem asked by the university in previous examinations. Do it very sincerely, dedicatedly and carefully in order to secure full marks in future if these kind of questions are to be asked by the examination. I hope you will work accordingly. See you in next virtual class. Next virtual class will be the last lecture of operating costing. So keep in touch with the class in order to complete the chapter. I will discuss one more important question in next session. Thank you. God bless you. Keep learning. Keep growing.